Guys, this is a tutorial that's going to show you how to change the permissions of the people on your teams. First off, you want to check the team that you're in, and we're going to do this in Greeters just for a sample. And once you enter Greeters, as always, you will see all of the different campuses that we have Greeters for. We're actually going to use the Central Campus as an example today. So hover over the Central Campus, click on the gear, click on Teams, and you'll get this next page. Now you want to click on the specific team that you want to work with, which is, Greeters, and you'll get this next page. This page is pretty awesome. It shows you all of the people that are on your team at this specific campus on this specific team. So you'll notice right up here where my cursor is, we have 55 members on the Greeter team at Central. Way to go, Central! That's awesome. And you have 4 team leaders and so on and so forth. Here are all the positions. So in order to change who gets what, basically a position, normally people are moving from the position of not scheduling to scheduling. So that's the most known one. So you click on the team leaders and it will list all the 4 people or all of your team leaders. So to add to this, you press add a person, and I will use my son as an example. Kent wants to be a greeter. So I will click on his name and you'll get this pop-up. It says, did you know adding Kent Williams as a leader of greeters will increase their permissions in Central Campus to scheduler? That sounds good to me. Hey, what did it do? Let's try that again. Sounds good. So there's Kent. He will now receive accepts and declines for greeters when they're sent out. You also have the option of adding blockout dates. Now, for a team that is as big as this one, it's 55 members, they're probably getting a whole lot of emails going through. Lots of communication is happening between a lot of people. I would recommend maybe just having declines, because for me, I would really want to know when people are not able to serve so that I could plug in new people. But it's really up to you. Some people like to be fully and really, really well informed, and they want to know all of this going on. Totally up to you. So what happens if Kent wants to move to a different area? He really also wants to serve in children's, or maybe just wants to move away from greeters entirely. Well, then you would remove him here. And it's as easy as that. The only kind of catch-22 with that is that you would also need to remove his permissions on his profile. So let me show you. Notice that, remember, Kent is not in this area any longer. Let's go check out what that did to his profile, though. So here's his profile, and to find out what his current permissions are, you would go to details. And in details, you'll notice his general permissions are scheduled viewer. That's just the default that Planning Center gives us. But the permission that he still has is a scheduler at Central Campus for the greeter team. So even though we removed him from the actual team manually, it does not change what's here. We have to change this manually. So you have to press edit, scroll down to where his permission is under greeters, Central Campus, change this to same as parent, and press done. And now his permissions have fully been removed. So giving permissions isn't a big deal at all. It's pretty simple. You do that in your team. But removing permissions, you just have to remember to actually remove that same permission from their profile. That keeps things up to date on my end when I go in and have to change things for people who are becoming department heads or more, or people ask for permissions. They ask for, I need so-and-so's permissions. I need to know that everybody's permissions are up to date. So that's huge. That's really, really helpful. So let's go back to the plan, to the greeters interface here. And something else, just as a tip, what would really help is if you make sure that your teams are completely up to date. So if you're over the greeter team, you want to make sure this is all the people, all your team leaders are shown up to date here. Same with all of these positions, like the north position, the overflow position. Whoops, sorry guys. Shadow position and south position. So I've noticed that sometimes we accumulate people in here and we forget to just remove them as needed. Maybe this person isn't serving here anymore, or maybe this person has moved on to a different team. It's very important that those keep up to date. The reason being, when you go to schedule these people in your matrix, let me go ahead and show you. Let's go back to here. Let me open up the Central Campus Matrix. And I actually want to see like 12 plans. So let's see what we can check out. Let's check out the 8 a.m. service. Okay, here we go. So when I have needed positions and I open them up, it will automatically show me all the people who are on my team. It makes it a lot easier when your team is up to date to just start clicking people and plugging them in. If you have some people in here who are not up to date, you can also keep your team up to date by removing them here or adding people to your team. So some of this you can do in the matrix. That's great. So yeah, that is all, guys. This is, again, a tutorial to show you how to add people to your teams, change some permissions for you. If you have any questions, please email me at my email, kim@acc559.com, and I will get those answered for you. And I hope this is helpful to all of you. Have a great day. Bye, guys.